Hello, it's been a while since I made my last Japanese lesson. I'll try to make these more frequently as I get more confidence in making nice lessons. I will do that. But anyways, lesson 3, what are we going to talk about? Verb is king. You can say so much in Japanese with just the verb and the conjugations and the different endings on the verbs. And so much of the pronouns and whatnot can be gained from context. So you can say a whole lot with just one verb. And there's several kinds of verbs. We're going to talk about what I call Group 1 verbs. And Group 1 verbs are verbs that have kind of 5 base conjugation based on the 5 different vowels. A, I, U, E, O. That's the order that in Japanese, in English it's A, E, I, O, U, but in Japanese it's A, I, U, E, O. Same vowels, just different order. In Japanese this is called godan. So I'm told, godan, 5-step, 5-stage, 5-base, whatever. There's also, which we won't talk about in this lesson, there's Group 2 verbs, which have 1 base of conjugation. They don't change quite as much. And these are mostly verbs ending in IRU or ERU. Also, there's a few irregular verbs that at another lesson we'll get to talk about those. But today we're just going to talk about Group 1. And let's get right to it. So the verb we're going to talk about today is the verb iku. And that's to go. And that form of it with the ending with the U is the kind of the base form, generic form that you would look up in the dictionary and whatnot. But that changes, the U changes through the different vowels, A, I, U, E, O, and with each one of those bases, I call base 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there are different common endings that give you options of things to say. So in the A form, the ika, ikanai, ikanakereba, ikareru. Ikanai means will not go. Ikanakereba means if I go or you go, depending. The pronoun is taken from context usually. And ikareru, this is the to be left, to have someone go on you, or the passive form. Also, it can be used as a very polite form of just the regular use of the word iku. Ikaremasu ka? Anyways, so I'll give you some sample sentences in a minute here. But base 2 is iki. So a, I, now to I, iki. The common endings that you will find with iki is ikitai, want to go. Ikitakereba, if I want to go. In all of these, the pronoun is just assumed from context, but ikitakereba, if I want to go, or if you want to go. Ikitakunai, I do not want to go. Ikitakunakereba, if you do not want to go. And then these polite forms, ikimasu, will go. Ikimasen, will not go. Ikimashou, let's go. And one I didn't write here because I ran out of space. Ikimasen deshita, I did not go, past tense. Somebody's phone keeps ringing, it's driving me nuts. Also, as it is, this hyphen means it's also used as it is, iki. It can be, if you're doing a run-on sentence with different pieces of the sentence, iki can mean just go and, or went and kind of, I call it the continuation form. And the tense would be determined by the last verb in a series of kind of phrases that you say. Okay. Also, if you there's some cases you use the noun form of a verb. It's typically the one ending in I, iki, in case of iku, iki. Ikimo kairimo, going and returning, kind of a noun form. Ikimo kairimo. So it's the noun form. Also, the original base form, the iku, It's used just like it is, but it means will go informally, or to go, like in a generic sense, the verb to go. Okay. Base 4. So we got a, I, u, e, o, e. Ike. Some of the endings that come with this is ikeru, can go. I'm able to go. Ikeru. Ikeba, if I go. Ikereba, if I can go. Ikenakereba, if I don't go. Oh, I'm sorry. If I can't go. I actually wrote that wrong. If I can't go, I wrote that wrong. Ikemasu, I can go. This is polite form now. With the masses are typically polite form. Ikemasu, I can go. Ikemasen, I cannot go. Ikemasen deshita, could not go, past tense. And also, ikeso, it looks like I can go. Ashita wa ikeso desu. It looks like I can go tomorrow. All right. Base 5, I hope this is all making sense. As I do this more often, hopefully I'll get better. I can make it easier to understand, but this is how I learned how to use these verbs, and I find it very helpful. Iko, the ending it takes with it, iko, iko, in other words, it's just kind of the extended vowel sound, iko. That can mean let's go, or shall go, or have an intention to go. Okay, and I'll give you example sentences on the next page. But also, so these are the 5 bases based on the a, I, u, e, o. And then there's 2 other forms that are used all the time. Past tense. And these were, depending on the type of verb, verbs that end in the same letters like tend to go to the past tense in the same form, and I'll explain that in a whole other lesson. But just for now, just understand that the past tense for iku is ita. The double T is kind of a glottal stop where you ita, where you just kind of stop. Ita, ita, ita. Went. All right. Also, there's the te form, ite. This is what I call the present tense when you put iru on the end of it, or imasu on the end of it, or it could be another continuation form of the verb where you don't know the tense of the verb until you get to the end of the sentence, and you've got another verb at the end of the sentence that tells you, oh, the whole thing was past tense, the whole thing is future tense. So like go and do something, 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 and something, 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 and we went here. All right, so I hope that's not too confusing. Maybe it'll become clearer as I present some specific sentences. Okay, so let's look at some specific sentences. 行かない。彼は行かないと言っています。He says he's not going. 彼は行かないと言っています。He says he's not going. 行かなければ。私が行かなければ彼は困ります。If I don't go, that will be a problem for him. I translate that. 困ります is a verb to be. It's hard to translate into English, but it's, in other words, it's going to be a problem. Oh no, it's that feeling of oh no, it's going to be a problem. So I translated it, that will be a problem for him, but it's a verb used all the time. But 困ります, that's no good. It won't fly. I don't like it. It'll be a problem for me. Those kind of feelings are included in that 困ります. So 私が行かなければ彼は困ります. If I don't go. Okay. 行かれる. 浩二君に行かれると私は一人になってしまいます. If Koji leaves me, I will be all alone or completely alone. That しまいます tends to convey completeness or completely. 浩二君に行かれると私は一人になってしまいます. Okay. Next. 行きたい. 行きたいところは東京です。The place I want to go is Tokyo. Tokyo is the place I want to go. 行きたいところは東京です。Okay. 行きたければ、彼女が行きたければ連れて行きます。連れて行きます。彼女が行きたければ連れて行きます。If she wants to go, I will take her. Again, the I is inferred here from context. Usually, most of the pronouns are just taken from context. Okay. 僕はどうしても学校に行きたくない。This is the 行きたくない。I do not want to go. 僕はどうしても学校に行きたくない。I absolutely, no matter what happens, do not want to go to school. どうしても, no matter what, kind of a thing. I translated absolutely here, but 学校に行きたくない. Do not want to go to school. 一緒に行きましょう. Let's go together. 一緒に行きましょう. Let's go together. And then the last one is where it's just used by itself as a continuation form. 今日は店に行き、モールにも行き、そして病院にも行きました。Today I went to the store and the mall and also the doctor's office. 今日は店に行き、モールにも行き、そして病院にも行きました。Okay, so that's how that can be used. Base 3, just used as it is. 行くか行かないかはっきりしてください。Please decide if you're going or not. Please clarify. Make up your mind. はっきりしてください。Make it clear. Whether you're going or you're not going. 行くか行かないかはっきりしてください。The ka makes them little questions. Going, question. Not going, question mark. Please clarify this. Okay. It's kind of a very direct translation. Base 4. 行け。行ける。行けば。行ければ。Okay, so let's go. 行ける。田中さんが行けるときに行きたいです。I want to go when Mr. Tanaka can go. 田中さんが行けるときに行きたいです。行けば。そこに行けばすぐわかります。If you go there, you'll find it, or you'll understand, or you'll know. If I'm explaining something to you and I say, just go and you'll understand, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll find it. It'll be clear. わかります。そこに行けばすぐわかります。Okay? 行ければ。マークが行ければ連絡します。マークが行ければ連絡します。If Mark can go, I will contact you. If he's going to be able to go, we'll let you know. マークが行ければ連絡します。マークが行ければ連絡します。Okay. 行けなければ、明日行けなければ、明後日行きましょう。明日行けなければ、明後日行きましょう。If we can't go tomorrow, let's go the next day, or the day after tomorrow. Same thing. 明後日, the day after tomorrow, the next. But I said next day because I said tomorrow first, and then I said, in English we would say the next day. But actually it means the day after tomorrow. 明日行けなければ、明後日行きましょう。Okay, now all of the masu, masen, masen deshita. There's 3 different examples there, but すみません。昨日は行けませんでした。Sorry, but I wasn't able to go yesterday. すみません。昨日は行けませんでした。すみません。昨日は行けませんでした。Okay, and the other one here was the ikeso thing is disappeared from this column here, but the last one there. 海外旅行は来年行けそうです。It looks like I will be able to travel abroad next year. 海外旅行, overseas travel, an overseas trip. 海外旅行は来年行けそうです。As for overseas travel, it looks like I can go next year. 海外旅行は来年行けそうです。Okay. 行こう。This is the same thing as ikimashou, but the ikimashou is the polite form of that, as let's go. But it also has other meanings like intention or want to go or thinking to go. 行こう。行こうと思ったお店は閉まっていました。行こうと思ったお店は閉まっていました。The store I wanted to go to was closed. The store I wanted to go to was closed. 行こうと思ったお店は閉まっていました。Okay, past tense. 行った。昨日行ったレストランはとても美味しかったです。The restaurant I went to yesterday was delicious. 昨日行ったレストランはとても美味しかったです。昨日行ったレストランはとても美味しかったです。Okay, now the present tense form or the continuation form, the te form here. ゆきこさんは今ショッピングに行っています。Yukiko has gone shopping now, or is gone in the process. She is now currently gone shopping. She's in. That's what I mean by present tense. In the process of. Yukiko さんは今ショッピングに行っています。Okay, another sentence. ケンさんは明日日本に行って、let me pronounce that better. ケンさんは明日日本に行って、またすぐ帰ってきます。Ken goes to Japan tomorrow and then comes right back. ケンさんは明日日本に行って、またすぐ帰ってきます。Ken san goes to Japan tomorrow and then comes right back. Okay, so those are some good sentences to learn. And I had my Japanese wife approve these sentences. I said I want to make sure I don't put a goofy sentence in there, but I hope you learned something by this. If this is very helpful and you want more of this kind of stuff, please let me know. I kind of judge things like that by the number of hits I get, and so quite frankly, that's why it's sometimes hard to get motivated when I'm getting so few hits on. But I got a lot of hits on my hiragana pronunciation chart when I was trying to keep these things to 3 minutes, and I was surprised. All of a sudden, it was in the 30s and 40s, and then all of a sudden, one day I looked and it was over 1,000. Now it's I think 1,500, something like that. Some school teacher in where was it? Australia asked me if she could use it in her classroom, so it made me feel good. And that's the kind of thing that gets me motivated. So if you find these useful, please let me know that. Thank you very much. Sayonara.